Strictly hoop talk.
Thank you, Spencer, for queuing me in. What's up, everybody? Strictly Hoop Talk. I'm your boy, Chris Platte, with the Woodward Heavyweights.
Hello.
Easy and Spencer. I almost did both times with the intro because this is our second time with the intro. Both times I almost said your government. I don't know why. I never called you by my government. I know. I don't even think I called you your government when I knew you back in school.
Yeah, I don't know what you called me.
I don't think
Called
so.
you.
I mean, I wasn't easy then, though.
Yeah, you weren't easy, but I don't.
Maybe that's shorter variation of my government.
He called you. He called you Steve Kerr's
You
son.
probably had another alien.
He called you Steve Kerr's son.
Chill.
All that getting up and rearrange shit, and I didn't grab my laptop.
Chill.
Fucked up.
Damn.
It's all right. You don't need it.
Down bad. Yeah, I don't.
All right. We are here to do part 2 of the deadline. The first part was sellers.
Part 2.
This is teams that we kind of expect to be active.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll start there. We'll start
be a
with
great
Kyrie.
headline.
What the fuck?
Movie's about AIDS, though.
What movie's about AIDS?
Dallas Buyers Club. Matthew McConaughey has AIDS.
Thought you were just talking about Dallas because of Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah. I think that's what.
segue. You're good at this thing.
Thanks. I try.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie, so
It's a good movie.
that went completely over my
It's a
head.
good movie.
You're
about
saying
AIDS.
he has AIDS?
He has AIDS, though, yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
That's why he gets all super skinny.
That's
You've
tough.
seen the meme of him, like, crying in the car? Where it's like,
Oh yeah.
that's from that movie. And he's got AIDS.
Oh,
It's an
my
extra
friends. One of my
My
close
friend's
friends.
got AIDS.
No, one of my friends' cats died of AIDS.
What?
Yes, and that was my reaction.
Oh
One
my
with the laugh.
God,
And
dude.
Wait,
It's
cats
not-
can carry AIDS?
Yeah, it's not appropriate for you
He's
to laugh when
getting
your
banged
friend.
out by other cats.
Your friend probably has AIDS. Think about how many times like cats like scratch you and shit.
I mean,
No.
you probably
I
don't
don't
have
think
much
so.
blood-to-blood contact with your cat.
Yeah.
Who
It'd be
knows?
blood to blood.
Chris's friends probably blood to blood with their cats for
That's-
sure.
No.
I mean,
Not at all. If anything, he's the least in contact with the cat. He lets his cat roam the street.
that's why he's got AIDS.
That's how
Yeah.
it's how I got AIDS.
He
Yeah,
was,
that-
he
that
was
cat-
out in the streets.
Mabel was out there slanging that thing.
Using dirty needles and shit.
Slanging that iron. But no, I
Jesus
laughed.
Christ.
I laughed when he told me because I just didn't believe him.
Jeez.
But then it's just like I
did
just
you-
laughed at my friend's cat dying. So
I would laugh too. That's.
yeah, because I didn't believe.
Did you
that.
confirm like through like Google? Or
Yeah,
anything
no,
that
it's-
cats
it's
could
real.
have AIDS.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
tell people.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah,
I mean, what? What else
My
are you gonna
cat
say?
passed away
Yeah.
of an illness.
Not necessarily embarrassing.
Yeah,
Cats
but
out
it's
here,
like-
just-
it
cats out here
make- it-
slanging
it's
that
not
iron.
embarrassing. It just brings on a weird conversation.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about
He knew what he was doing when he told you his cat died of AIDS.
cat AIDS.
Yeah, maybe he just wanted to like have a genuine conversation.
About what?
Cat
About the
AIDS.
cat AIDS epidemic?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do with that.
Feline AIDS is the real deal.
Careful, it's pussy
There'll
out
be
here
a
got
link.
AIDS.
There'll be a link to support at the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah, for sure.
Pussy
in
out here
the
got AIDS.
description. No,
2% of every subscription goes
Let's-
to fighting cat AIDS.
let's start with the Kyrie trade. Obviously, that's the big deal that happened.
Can I just read this DM real quick? I apologize.
Yeah,
So we talked about the Japanese or Chinese spy balloon today.
yeah.
I don't know who this is from yet, but there's a little brief abbreviation of it. It says, do you realize that during World War II, Japanese balloons with bombs landed in Livonia, Michigan? No shit. Research it. Gotta love
Wow.
our listeners. Shout out.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, good thing it's not World War II anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Good thing we're like two wars past
World
that.
War III.
That was scary.
Oh yeah, there was that like 12 hours where everybody thought
started
that was
it, too.
happening.
LeBron did start it.
LeBron started World War III.
He did.
Took unnecessary shots at China.
He did.
China.
They might
Well-
have been necessary. I don't know. I don't remember.
Well,
the context.
Russia started it when they kidnapped someone so essential to us with Brittany
With Brittany
Griner.
Griner, that's
Trying to get
true.
me to laugh again? I'm joking.
We gotta talk about basketball.
Yeah, we do gotta talk about basketball.
Heard Brittany Griner plays basketball.
She does.
For the third time, Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving traded to Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Obviously,
Dallas
since
Flash.
between our last pods, Kyrie demanded a trade, then got traded. And the trade is Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finley-Smith, a 2029 unprotected first and 2 second-round picks in 27 and 29 to Brooklyn for Kyrie and Markieff Morris just to make the rosters fit. Because the Nets would have been acquiring more than 15 players, so that's why Markieff was thrown in there. Didn't even know until like today that he was in the trade.
Yeah.
But he's in the trade. Currently, they are trying to. You having fun there?
Yeah.
Spencer's just highlighting every word. He's reading along with me. But obviously,
Unprotected
it's a
first-round
big-
picks.
Yeah,
That's how you get
it's
cat
a
AIDS.
surprising deal that it happened this fast.
That is how you get cat AIDS.
And I'm glad. Jesus. We are never gonna.
Gotta protect those picks.
Gotta protect those picks. You're gonna get cat AIDS, dude.
Oh my god, we are never.
It's not
gonna
funny.
Get
My
through
cat
this.
died from AIDS.
Damn. R.I.P. Rip.
I'm sorry.
Dallas.
Buyers Club.
Yeah, Dallas did their thing. They made the trade. They went all in for Kyrie Irving, a move that historically isn't great. But what do you guys think? Do you think they paid too much giving up all that
How
for
does this
Kyrie?
affect LeBron James in his career?
And how does this affect
His
LeBron
legacy.
James' legacy? I'll start with you, Easy.
Real talk, it does affect LeBron James' legacy a little bit.
Ron
there.
does.
he got real hurt on Twitter.
Dude, he did.
Yeah, his
Maybe
nigga
it's
said,
me.
maybe it's me. Wait, speaking
got-
of Dallas Buyers Club memes, that was LeBron
got-
when that trade happened.
Facts.
They got him tweeting like a high school girl.
Bro, he really is. He's just I enjoy LeBron as a basketball player. Biggest fucking crybaby bitch. If we're being real, like I don't know.
Okay, but Dallas,
Yeah, I mean this is related to that.
did they pay too much?
We talked about this in the show Friday, and they literally just had to do it to show they gave a fuck. They had to do it like for Luka, like
Yeah.
we gotta at least try. And I mean that's what this is. I don't think they gave up too much. For a player of Kyrie's like caliber, no, I don't think that was a lot at all. I mean,
Right.
we've seen trades happen this season for more than that of lesser players. You know,
This guy's Spencer.
smelly old woman queef. Dallas trade Spencer Dinwiddie. What type of depends on what type of contract like Spencer Dinwiddie was on, I guess.
Spencer Dinwiddie has this year and next year, and so is Dorian Finney-Smith. Now the trade is not official. I want to say that because Brooklyn is currently, as we're recording,
As of now, yeah.
yeah, probably by the time this is out, it will be official. But Brooklyn is trying to expand the trade to get Fred VanVleet specifically. Is their trade target? I'll start with you, Spencer. Do you think that they get Fred VanVleet?
Podcast.
Fred Van Yeet. I don't know, man. I wouldn't like give up what they would have to give up to get Fred VanVleet.
What would you have to give up though?
He's a nice player, but you'd have to give up both of those picks.
You want to give up? Yeah, you want to give up that first and Spencer Dinwiddie, and maybe even both the second rounds because the
What?
Clippers are.
I would never.
Yeah, there's
I
a
would
bid for
never,
Fred
bro.
VanVleet.
I don't understand that.
I think we should start there because that's probably one of the hottest names on the market now that Kyrie is gone. Does he have any value? Like, I really don't. I really think he's
Clearly.
super overvalued.
I think he's overvalued too.
I don't think he's a bad player, but I think he's being
I
overvalued
think he's
right
a solid
now.
player too, but yeah, I wouldn't give up. Like he's not going to turn the Nets into a championship contender.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think
what you're
so.
looking for.
Because
so.
you need at the end of the day, the trade is great for Brooklyn because they got two good players, a pick, which is their only pick in their war chest now to trade. Plus, on top of that, you have to imagine that they're going to be a damn good defensive team with Dorian Finney-Smith, the perfect teammate next to KD, because all he does is shut up and play defense and shoot threes.
Yeah.
Like that's it. No problems with him. Spencer Dinwiddie is obviously not Kyrie, but we've seen him be like the second creator with Luka and Dallas, and that was working pretty well, I'd say.
So the Fred VanVleet stuff, like we've literally seen him win a championship, and he was the third, if not fourth best guy. Like that's like his role.
Exactly.
So I definitely don't think he's worth like any of that shit. But I also get Boston if they're like you said, they're trying to continue a type of relationship with KD to at least have a chance to keep it in the offseason. They gotta bring in something worthy of competing.
Yeah.
Which I don't think they will.
And that's why
They should just
I
trade.
think that Kevin Durant, it's tricky with Kevin Durant because yes, they should blow it up because ultimately this is going to be Milwaukee, right? That Milwaukee series where Kevin Durant just absolutely carried them and ultimately couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's 2 years older.
Yep.
So you look at that and what they're bringing to the table, and it's not a good enough team to win it. It's not a good enough team to win a championship. You have to blow it up, but with Brooklyn, you also have to keep in mind that they don't own their picks. So like, how do you blow it up? Because you don't want to be terrible.
But that's what you get in return though when you move KD. You know what I'm saying? You get those picks back.
You get picks back, but they're somebody else's team, and you still don't want to like just be bad because somebody owns your draft.
This is what's going to happen. This is what's at risk of happening. KD leaves into free agency.
Yeah. Well,
And
he's under contract for 4 more years.
Yeah, 4 more years.
He just signed the extension, remember? And then he was like, "Trade me."
So all right, so we talked about Anthony Edwards earlier today about him like demanding a trade and it not happening. Like Minnesota could do the same
Korkmaz
shit.
demanded a trade.
Dude, that was the
You spit
wildest
everywhere.
trade. Sorry. My bad.
Bro,
He
Korkmaz.
said, "No way, dude."
Pistons should target Korkmaz
Shut the fuck up.
As long as Knox isn't in the deal.
as long as Knox isn't in the deal. You can't trade one GOAT for another GOAT.
Why? Yeah, I didn't know they had KD locked up for 4 years, so
Yeah.
that does change a lot of things. But I still think I would probably blow.
Yeah, I think you do too, but it's just tricky because what do you get in return? Like, you want to get Boston's Jaylen Brown or somebody, but how good are you with Jaylen Brown as a number one guy? What can you do about Ben Simmons? Like, I think they got to explore cutting bait on Ben Simmons, but I don't think he has.
Nobody
any value.
wants
touching
Ben
that
Simmons.
contract. Yeah.
The
Nobody's
history of this
touching that
Nets
contract.
team is just so funny when you look at all these trades. It's just every trade's like, ooh, they kind of took a loss on that trade. Ooh, they took a loss on that trade. It's like ultimately they had like one of the greatest like buildups of young talent and picks, and they ended up with an old Kevin Durant and like a bunch of solid role players. But ironically, Brooklyn now needs like Kyrie Irving. Like he needs a guy that can score and run the offense when Kevin Durant has too much workload, and they just can't get that unless Korkmaz is that guy.
Unless Korkmaz pops in.
But
What did they get when they moved? Didn't they get a couple picks when they moved Harden? Or was it Philly that got the picks?
yeah, it was Philly that got the picks.
Oh, that's
You had to give up
disgusting,
picks,
bro. That's fucked.
Yeah, or no, they got one pick from that trade. Sorry, yes, I'm thinking of the original trade to get James Harden to Brooklyn. So
Shit,
you're
pull it
talking
up.
about you're talking about the Philly trade, and yeah, they got a first there, which
I
ended
see
up
what
not
you're saying.
conveying. So it hasn't conveyed yet, and I believe it conveys into like a second round pick or something like that. So it's essentially nothing.
Brooklyn's got to blow it up, man. They got to. I don't know. They can't win with just KD.
Yeah. How likely is it that Kevin Durant stays past the summer in Brooklyn?
12%.
Very
12.2%.
specific number.
Yeah, 12.7%.
Don't get easy started on 12%.
They're not gonna win a Super Bowl that way. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Like KD couldn't win without, with Kyrie and Harden. So he's not going to win by himself.
True.
He's only won championship
depends-
when he joined the best team in league history.
If they just get like pieces to compliment them, maybe. I mean, you guys know how I feel about fits. I just never felt like Kyrie and KD were like. They're both obviously out cold individually.
Yeah.
I just don't know if they ever fit.
I
Like,
think they're good. I think they're a
yeah.
good fit. I think they're a fine fit if you have these kind of pieces around them, but they don't anymore.
they
They were the best team in basketball, don't forget, before they
with Kyrie.
traded Kyrie.
You would literally have to fit the same way him and Bron did, and that's just two individuals balling the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Him and KD
Exactly.
could easily do that.
They could, but I mean, that's tougher done than said.
Now, the last part to wrap up this, and then we'll get to the other teams, because this will kind of cover both Brooklyn and Dallas, which were two teams we were going to talk about anyways.
Are these facilitators in the market?
Like,
Korkmaz.
I mean, there is Fred VanVleet, like that's looked at, but even he's not really a facilitator or playmaker.
That's what I'm saying.
I would call for
Look at
TJ
Ben, though,
McConnell.
Ben.
He played nice in Indiana.
All right,
I mean, he's a
bro.
role
All
player,
right, go ahead and
but
move on to the next one. Yep.
I mean, that's the best you could. That's the best you could do, unless Matt Ishbia is ready to blow it up and give away Chris Paul.
They were trying to trade.
They
Chris
were
Paul
trying to
for
trade
Kevin
Chris
Durant.
Paul.
Yeah,
for-
for Kyrie Irving, yeah. But
Oh yeah, Kyrie.
But you know what? That would have made Brooklyn better. They should have did that. If I was Brooklyn, I would have grabbed CP3. CP3 and KD, I feel like they're doing more damage than Kyrie and KD.
I hate CP.
I think it's more of a secure situation. I mean, you see what CP3's done his entire career. We went to OKC, took them to the playoffs, bounced their back in the lottery, went to fucking
I
Suns.
agree, but with
Let's be real about the Suns. Like before Chris Paul was there, weren't doing shit. Chris Paul gets there, they go to the finals.
it's just very risky to make a trade for Chris Paul at this point in his career.
But
like,
if you're dumping,
I get
if
it.
you're
4 years
keeping-
ago, we wanted to write him off, and he's still good. But like, come on, it's.
Well, hold
coming.
on. Look at
We've
what they
seen
got
it this
returned
year.
just now for the Kyrie. Like I'd rather have CP3 if I'm trying to keep KD here and I truly want to win and compete.
He's
I
shown his
definitely would have made the
agency,
trade
though.
for CP3 than what they got. I mean, I like Dinwiddie, so that actually might work. But if they're getting rid of Dinwiddie,
I
I
don't
don't know.
think so. I think this is the way you perfectly thread the needle of like being competitive and not tanking, but also not going all in and risking something stupid, which is what you've continuously done if you're Brooklyn. Last part of this with Dallas. So we talked about this last podcast, and we were looking at how does Dallas get a second star? Well, now how do they get a third star? Because we talked about their assets, and we don't have to repeat all of that. That's all in part one and the separate clip that we uploaded about Dallas. But how do they get the third star now? And how good does that third star have to be? If Luka and Kyrie is your 1 and 2 now, how good does that third star have to be? Like,
You
I
need
think
defensive
Tobias
star.
Harris,
Defender,
level.
yeah, defender.
well, like just quality wise, like
Yeah.
not necessarily who, but quality wise, like what is their
like a borderline all-star.
yeah,
you
like
don't need
like
another
Chris Middleton,
superstar.
Tobias,
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
in that
You
range.
don't
I
need
don't know if they're
another
gonna get one,
superstar. You
though.
got enough firepower. You got the highest scoring duo in the NBA, so you don't need any more scoring. You don't need another superstar. You need somebody who fits well, somebody who plays defense, and somebody who can knock down open shots.
Yeah.
Like Korkmaz.
Like Korkmaz.
He's a good fit on any team.
Take a shot every time Spencer says Korkmaz, and you won't make it through the podcast. But
Korkmaz.
I just think with them, you're right. They need a wing that can defend and just be a third creator, like a guy who can kind of get his own, like a Chris Middleton. That is a perfect name to pair with. And that's another reason why Dallas did this trade, because people were thinking that Dallas gave up too much in this deal. I don't think
at
so.
all.
When you look at the talent of Kyrie, I get why his value isn't Donovan Mitchell, but we saw what an elite guard just went for last summer.
Yeah.
And it was the moon and the stars and everything in between. And I get why Kyrie's value isn't that, because Donovan is younger, under contract, doesn't have all the history that Kyrie has. But talent-wise, if you're rolling the dice, which Dallas is, that you didn't give up too much.
I don't think they give up too much at all.
You didn't give up too much. But the one thing that people were saying that I thought was interesting is that Dallas is actually somewhat, they prefer to keep Kyrie, but they're somewhat okay if he just walks in free agency, because they traded some contracts that were multi-year, and now they will come into this offseason at near max cap space with Kyrie Irving. As a possibility to even sign and trade.
They have to sign him.
You can, I agree. That's their main
goal. Yeah,
goal. But
Kyrie, you can't.
You did kind of clean up. You did kind of clean up the
things.
cap sheets a little bit. And then again at this trade deadline, we'll see what Dallas can do. Maybe Dallas can flip Christian Woods or someone else into something else.
I don't know. In perspective of like them giving up too much, this is what the Donovan Mitchell trade was: Lauri Markkanen, Aji Agabi. I don't know. I'm gonna try that one. Colin Sexton, then 3 unprotected first-round picks, and then 2 pick swaps.
Yeah. So
like,
5
Dallas
first.
got off. Like they did not give up too much at all.
Lauri Markkanen, Colin Sexton, who again is a good player.
Yeah.
I think people are forgetting how good he was.
Correct.
He was officially averaging 26 a game.
Trash in Utah though.
And then 3 unprotected first-round picks.
But you can't average 26 efficiently and be terrible in the league.
Yeah.
I don't care. Even if you're on a bad team, the efficiency was there. He could be a decent player on a good team.
Or how about this? Malcolm Brogdon, Nick Stauskas, Malik. These are no ones, I guess. Daniel Tice,
Yeah. Oh shit.
Naismith, and 2023 first-round pick. I mean, obviously, there's
Tice
more
the
to this,
God.
but there's fucking like
Tice
the
the
no-name
God.
guys.
Nick
Like I feel like, I don't
The
think they give up
demigod.
too much at all.
Yeah.
I just don't know they have enough to get another third piece. Like, I didn't know they would have enough to get a piece like Kyrie in the first place. I think they got him at a discount, in my opinion.
I think they have to. They have 1 pick left that they can trade. They have 1 first left that they can trade. That's their 2027 first. So they have that plus, they have 5 picks left they can trade. They have 5 first, so you could do 5
Trade
first
for KD.
plus Christian Wood and something else. So
grab
and that
Caruso.
kind of gets you, and Josh Green too, who's
They
their
should
young
grab
prospect who
Caruso.
they like.
Caruso,
That's about what he's going for. 5 first if you
Yeah.
call Chicago.
Yeah. 5 first.
But
Kuz.
Dallas is like, it's going to be tough
Christian-
for them to get another star because they can't necessarily outbid like OKC or Utah or whoever's on
Yeah,
the
no.
market. But
I don't know that those teams are on the market either, though.
I think OKC is going to make a splash this summer. I really do. I just think it's their time. They got way too many picks. I think they've shown enough.
I think they want to see Chet on the floor first.
Possibly.
I gotta assume.
Possibly. But with Dallas, I don't know. I just like the trade. I think it may have lowered your floor this year, but it raised your ceiling a little bit. I still think they're just probably a second round team at best, depending on who they're matched with.
Yeah.
And that we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes with them.
Yeah.
Let's jump to another team. Actually, we kind of just brought this up already. That's the New York Knicks. So they've been looking to move some of their young guys like quickly, even some of their backcourts like Derrick Rose, etc. But they've also looked to move Obi Toppin, Cam Reddish, who again I don't know if he has any value because he hasn't been traded yet. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm not gonna act like I really know what the margin move is that they're gonna do. I like Quickly. I would get Quickly if possible. I think he's a good guard. I would
I
call
think
if
it's
I
kind
was
of crazy
Detroit.
they're trading him.
But let's examine the RJ. Let's examine the Donovan Mitchell trade and look at where they're at. That's the most interesting thing to me with New York. So if you look at the future of where they're at now, they have RJ Barrett plus 10 extra million in cap space and draft capital. Are they better off with that or Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell.
Spencer?
Donovan Mitchell for sure.
Yeah, it's without a question, Donovan.
Yeah,
like, this dude dropped 71-point double-double.
Yeah.
Like, he is really him.
The guy is a monster.
He's a young player, under contract, wanted to be there, an elite guard. I think it was a mistake that they didn't do that trade. I still think it's a mistake that they didn't do that trade. And
where they had it like on the line where they would have said
that's what it would have been. It would have been RJ Barrett and all their draft capital,
which is how many picks?
Which is like 5-6 picks.
And they said no. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they're looking at where are they at this year?
They're overvaluing RJ Barrett.
They're overvaluing it, and they're paying for it right now.
Yeah.
But the thing is, this summer though,
bro, Mitchell Robinson and Donovan Mitchell, like that's like I like that a lot. That's fucking crazy. And they would have kept Kukoc.
Yeah,
they fucked up. I didn't know that. Like, hold on.
And you got Quentin Grimes, who's a good role player.
The report is Utah was going to say yes to that. Like that was like
Utah. That's what Utah wanted, and New York wasn't comfortable doing it.
For me, if I'm James Dolan or whoever the hell like said no to that, like you're just in a spot where like
James Dolan's the worst owner.
You're expected to like be good or like I don't know. Are they still selling out every year for like season tickets? Like I just Well, maybe that's it. Maybe he truly just doesn't give a fuck.
He just doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
But it's a young star to get in, and I don't want to make this all about the Donovan Mitchell trade, but it's interesting to me now because I don't think they're playing better than I thought this year. But I don't see them making the playoffs. Well, a deep run in the playoffs, I should say. They are a playoff team, but a deep run in the playoffs. The real
bro, stop. This poor guy is trying to do his fucking podcast.
I'm sorry.
Okay, with New York. Damn, this is gonna be a hell of an edit tonight. This is gonna be a hell of an edit.
Shit.
But with with this team, they now have these draft picks that they're lining up, and the name we voted on part one is Karl-Anthony Towns as another trade candidate. I think they go for that this summer. Are they better off with Karl-Anthony Towns? And maybe you don't have to throw in RJ Barrett. Maybe you do. But are they better with that core than they would be with Donovan Mitchell?
What's the trade they'd be making?
All the draft capital and salary.
5 first-round picks?
Yeah.
For Cat?
Yeah.
No.
I wouldn't do it either.
I don't like Karl-Anthony Towns.
Yeah. They give it personal bice, but also, like, you look at his career, like, certain guys.
I respect his game, but he's just
Isn't it not just like the Minnesota problem with Gobert and Towns? Like, Mitchell is like a
worse Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, like a worse Rudy Gobert, but paid way less. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, he'd be movable for sure if it didn't work out.
It's like that Kyrie thing for me is like Spinney said, like, I respect their game. Mm-hmm. Like, if I haven't seen it attributed to, like, winning, then it's not worth 5 first-round picks, in my opinion.
I agree.
Unless you're adding it to another star. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's actually Cat. If Dallas is looking for a third guy, that'd be the move.
Yeah, but I don't know if they could. I don't know if they get that.
They can't afford him, no.
I don't know if they can afford him. I'm calling it now. Cat's gonna be in OKC next year.
I would hate to see that. I like OKC.
Him and Chet together. But
let's Miami.
Let's jump to Miami. Because Miami just, as we were getting ready to record, a report came out that they were linked to Fred VanVleet and D'Angelo Russell, but now they're saying that they only want KD and Bradley Beal. And obviously Kevin Durant right now, it seems like Brooklyn is committed. I don't think they're moving him right now.
Yeah.
Bradley Beal, Washington doesn't seem to want to move him right now.
They never do.
That's the problem. He's been should have been traded 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But now it's going to be even less value because that contract is, if it's not this year, it's next year, it's going to be a negative value.
Mm-hmm. It's 45.
If they don't trade Beal soon enough, that's going to be one you have to attach a pick to.
Yeah.
So they got to get out of that now.
Miami's
the only team, but I don't see them making a move at this deadline unless it is Bradley Beal, unless he miraculously becomes available. But that he's not coming available because they want to build around Kristaps and Kuzma and Beal. And
are we in love with the match of Jimmy B and Bradley anyway? I don't know.
I don't see why you just take your chances on Tyler Hero and bet that in 2 years, Tyler Hero is probably a better player than Bradley Beal.
Yeah, I can see that. In all due respect to Bradley
I don't
Beal.
think, and I'm not
in
that
2 years'
high on
time,
Tyler.
like Bradley's gonna.
I'm not that. Yeah, I'm not that high on
that.
Tyler Hero. I'm not that. That's not I'm praising Tyler.
It's
Hero.
more so Beal going down.
Yeah, it's more so the fact that this guy for 2 straight seasons has had just injury after injury.
Yeah, that's
had
true.
injuries earlier in his career.
What was
his
the other
shooting percentage has dipped drastically the last 2
What was the other one that they were looking at outside of Beal?
Was Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, it's just not
But
even.
It's
realm of
not,
possibility.
especially if Kevin Durant becomes available. I don't think you're beating like Miami's. Like, do you want Tyler Hero more than Jaylen Brown? No. Like, you're not getting Kevin Durant if he becomes available if you're Miami. I'm sorry. Even if he says I only want to go to Miami, I still don't think it's happening.
I would hate playing in Boston though.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think too. Like,
they're a damn good team though.
what would they even be
for
able to
sure.
like give up for Kevin Durant? Like, what do they have even worthy of Kevin Durant?
They would just
Who, the Heat?
every pick we have, which I don't know how many they even
Hero.
have off top. Let's see how many they have.
Sure, they throw Hero
Plus
in there.
Hero, yeah,
Picks.
6 picks.
and
Oh,
Duncan
get rid of
Robinson. That
Bam?
man can shoot
no,
allegedly.
They're keeping Bam for sure.
Yeah, no, it'd be like that's our big 3.
Yeah, it'd be Bam, Butler, and KD, which
Let's
would be
see.
a dog ass.
KD and Butler would be fucking.
Yeah, KD and Butler.
I can see them grabbing a chip.
So they own their own draft picks this year and next year. And then in 27, 28, 29. So they could offer 5 first-round picks.
I mean, if they're taking that, then yeah, I'd do that all day. I
What does
think
Boston
KD and
have?
Jimmy Butler is
How
fucking
many picks
nasty.
does Boston have?
Boston has not that many because I know they've been kind of showing them out, moving them on the margins.
Which, by the way, people.
They have they have this year's going to Indiana, and then they have 2028 going to San Antonio. Yeah, San Antonio. But other than that, they got their own picks. They're actually in a real nice position. Wow.
For the people who told me, like, I was telling you guys I'd throw Ivy in on a KD trade or whatever. If Boston's willing to
Just to get rid of him?
No, not just to get rid of him. But if Boston's willing to get rid of Jaylen Brown coming off like a finals appearance, like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that should
I'd make that call.
give people an idea of KD still got it.
I'd make that call. Cleveland. This team, I don't think they're going to really – they've been trying to shop Karis LeVert at the deadline to get a 3 that they like. I don't know the market for Karis LeVert.
Yeah, there's not much.
Like, he's about to be a free agent. You don't have any picks because you used those in the Donovan Mitchell trade. So, realistically, what on earth can you –
I mean,
They
that,
can't
really
do
get.
much.
that's a piece.
Like,
I feel like
Cleveland's
Dallas
good
try
right
grab
now.
him.
I think they're good. Yeah, I think they're good as is. Obviously, you
Yeah.
want to upgrade the 3 position, and you look to if you can. But I can't find the move that like, oh yeah, this is one that both teams want. Like they've even been attached to Sacramento for Harrison Barnes. But why would I give up Harrison Barnes for Karis LeVert? I wouldn't. Not that Harrison Barnes is that much better, but he fits way more.
Yeah, he's got defensive presence where Karis is more offense.
Yeah, exactly. And the last thing Sacramento needs is offense. They got that in
And
spades.
Cleveland's got solid defense too.
So I expect Cleveland to make some calls, but ultimately not get anything done. The 76ers, they've been talking about do they have the balls to move Maxey and Tobias for a big piece? I don't know if they could do that at the deadline.
No.
That's just a lot of salary to move.
Maybe Tobias.
Who would they target?
I don't know why they would get rid of Maxey. I don't understand why you do
Well,
that.
you'd attach that because Tobias's contract is.
They got all those
big.
extra picks though. I would have to get rid of Maxey. I'd keep Maxey.
Oh, I agree
They got
with
the
you.
extra picks
I
from
agree with you.
Brooklyn.
That's just the
Yeah.
word that they've been shopping around Maxey and Tobias for an upgrade because Maxey is a guy that's young and they're high on him. The reason why they sell on him is because he doesn't fit with Harden, but I feel like he's the future.
I'd say he's almost an upgrade over Harden here shortly.
Yeah, I mean, and
You saw it last year in the playoffs actually.
Let me see what their pick situation is. But before I do that, obviously there's the Korkmaz just throws their whole season in a wrench. The Korkmaz demanded a trade.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fucked,
what
but-
else are they gonna?
Yeah,
But
what are they gonna do?
They are all jokes aside shopping Thibault.
Jokes aside.
I don't see what they get.
Who's joking?
I don't see what they get. Is there anybody for Thibault that you like?
There's
want?
nothing that
It's a
would be an
random-
improvement over
Like
Thibault
Boston
on
would
that
like
team.
that's a random I don't know.
Thibault's a good piece, but I don't see them improving too much off of him. I don't even see who they would be targeting.
Yeah, I think they're targeting more like a more like a Harrison Barnes type, but And that's been floated around like defense for offense because Sacramento needs defense. But if I'm Sacramento, again, why am I taking a one-dimensional player when I
Pistons
have a
can give him
two-dimensional player?
Alec Burks.
There you go.
You would do Burks for Thibault?
Yeah.
You would?
Yes.
Even after the reports that Burks is likely to extend here in Detroit?
I didn't see those. That's dope, though.
That was in that same article from James Edwards of The Athletic that they've already begun extension negotiations.
Yeah.
And so they want to do the same thing they did with Bojan.
I need defense. Pistons need
You'd
defense.
still do that?
Probably, yeah.
Even though knowing he's not necessarily a rental anymore?
Liable for who?
Thibault for Burks. If you're Detroit. I'm not mad at it. I don't know.
No.
I don't necessarily
He's
love,
like, I'd give him Ivy.
I don't love one-dimensional players. You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
I mean, Burks is kind of one-dimensional.
He is, but I'd rather your one-dimensional be offensive.
That's fair.
But
that wasn't done dick.
He's a great
nah,
defender.
he's an awesome defender.
Yeah.
Like, he is otherworldly. I really do like him. He's one of those guys that I want on the end of my bench, but I just don't know if I like it for Burks.
If I'm
not
a team
mad
on
at
the
it.
cusp or
I'd be
contending,
okay.
I guess I didn't have him in the package. This is kind of like a pipe dream, but I like Mikal Bridges a lot.
Mikal Bridges is awesome, but Phoenix ain't get rid of him anytime
Yeah.
soon.
No, they're upgrading.
Yeah.
If they get rid of Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Obviously, they've been sniffing around Jay Crowder. That's been the word, and just big wings in general that they could get. I don't really know of anybody else they could go for. Like, I don't think they have the riches to get like a guy like Kelly Oubre or something along those lines that are also out there. So I think that they'll end up just doing the Crowder. They're just looking for a big wing. They're looking to basically get PJ Tucker again.
Yeah.
Because they
should never let him walk.
Yeah.
Should
I
never
still
let him
can't.
walk.
I don't understand why they let him walk.
That was the stupidest shit. I told Braylon as soon as that shit happened, I was like, I feel like any team that's on the cusp, obviously they gotta like have stars and shit already.
Yeah.
But like once they add a PJ Tucker to that shit,
You keep that.
Yeah.
That's like
that's
so
championship.
valuable.
Yeah. Every championship team has a fucking PJ. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those dogs.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe Dorian Finney-Smith doesn't want to stay in Brooklyn. Or maybe Brooklyn's trying to get rid of him.
If
can see
Brooklyn gets, I like that. I like that a lot. If he's knocking, 17 million too. That's gettable salary. They could do that. They could do that for sure. Let me pull up the trade machine and see what it would take.
Brooklyn at?
Let me see what that would take. But I mean, honestly, is there anybody else that comes to mind for you guys when it comes to Milwaukee as far as like upgrades that you'd like?
Upgrades over like what they got
Yeah.
and like what's available.
Yeah, just like, we've heard the players floated around there available.
Shit, maybe I'd snipe Maxey. If they're really trying to get rid of Maxey. I don't know why they're trying to get rid of Maxey, but
Well, they'd only be trying to get rid of Maxey if they're upgrading.
Yeah, if they're upgrading for a star, and Milwaukee's not necessarily giving up Middleton or Holiday, which, by the way, Holiday he's starting to look pretty shaky this year.
Yeah.
He's starting to look pretty
that's what I'm saying. I
shaky.
probably look for like what type of guards are available.
Milwaukee and who is it? Phoenix? Or wait, what was the trade you just? Brooklyn. Oh yeah, for Dorian Finney-Smith. Yeah, let's look at that. Let's look at that salary.
What guards are available? Van Fleet at Milwaukee. I'd like that.
I mean, yeah, but that you're getting to 20 million, and you have to kind of touch some players that you don't want to touch. Like right now, you can get to.
What kind of deal is Holiday on? Just say right there.
Holiday, yeah, Holiday's on 33.
Yeah, you can make that work.
You'd want to give up Holiday for Van Fleet? I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I would.
Holiday's proven to be a third on a championship team, but Dorian Finley
Van Fleet has
only
two.
12 mil. Wow, only 12 mil. Yeah, they could easily get there.
Who's the third best player on that Toronto team?
All you have to do is throw in Joe Ingles in something, or Grayson Allen, and your own Grayson Allen and George Hill, who doesn't play for them, and you're there. Yeah, Dorian Finley. If
Fucking nerd.
I like that. I like that a lot. That would be a great pickup.
What?
I don't know if they'd be willing to do that though to help out another contender, but I guess if they're selling, then
If
they're
they're
not
selling,
really worried about.
they're just
they're
trying
not
to.
Yeah, why would they want that though? Like,
Well, obviously it'd be draft capital. Like,
if you're
it
throwing draft capital on top of it.
it'd be draft capital on top of it. But yeah,
I said who was the third best player on that Raptors team when they won the championship?
it was. I mean, Fred VanVleet probably was the third best because he was lights out. But that was like peak VanVleet. Like that's not who he is now.
I feel like if you get him on the floor, Giannis, so he
Or-
allow himself to be that.
Or honestly, like Serge Ibaka was damn good for them at that time. So was Marcus Sol.
Marcus Hall was balling.
Marcus Sol was balling for them. But I'd still say it was probably Van Fleet was their third like scoring
Also,
option,
like the Warriors just fucking died in that series.
Yeah. That was sad.
I hate anybody who says, "Oh, Toronto's gonna win either way." Like, shut the fuck
when
up.
KD was healthy, they were up by like 30.
Yeah.
And then when the Clay
Exactly.
thing
That
happened
shit-
on top of that, like I was just like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
And I felt that way about the Brooklyn Milwaukee series when it was like Harden. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah.
And then it was like
One
it was
fucking
Kyrie, and I was like,
hamstring,
oh come on. But it was kind of fun to watch KD just go absolute
Hey,
Superman.
if his foot was on the line,
Yeah, big ass
If he
feet.
didn't wear size 15s, he would have had another chip.
that ass.
Yes. Celtics. They've been shopping Derek White and fringe pieces like Peyton Pritchard to kind of upgrade their rotation. But I feel like I just feel like again they do have their own picks, so I guess they could make some moves. But I feel like ultimately they're gonna just go the buyout route. Like I know Bill Simmons has said this a million times, and Bill Simmons count him for what he's worth. But when it comes to the Boston Celtics, he's as plugged in as it gets.
Yeah.
He's been saying all year that they need that big wing. They need what Gallinari was supposed to be before he tore his ACL. Like they need that just shooting big wing. I agree with that. They need one more. Again,
they could take it for Finney Smith, maybe.
they would get in for their marketing. Yeah,
See what he's going
like, you
for.
know, the Whites are untouchable.
The Whites in Utah.
It is white on white. Those are two white
But
cities.
there's no way they
both
don't
like
trade
the
him.
white.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way they don't trade him.
Marketing?
Yeah.
What kind of deals?
Are they
He on?
going to build around market? Like, this is. You really think
I
Lowry?
agree that's logical,
Yeah.
but
You have to.
What's his contract like?
He's white. He's in Utah and he's white.
seriously, no, he's under contract for 3 years.
I mean, I could see him keeping him.
I mean,
really
yeah,
want to.
they'll keep him for this.
Depends like how long they
They'll
think
keep
they're
him
going
for
to
this
compete, I guess.
season, but next year I think they'd be stupid to not shop him.
It's like the same as us keeping Bojan. Since I guess we're
Unless Utah got super lucky, got Victor, and then it's like, okay, you obviously have your star.
Bro, I
you
can
have
see
all
that
the
shit
draft
happening, too.
capital.
That just
You can
pissed me
trade
off.
for the next star, and then you have Laurie as your third, and like, boom, then you are only bad for one season. That's the only way they keep Laurie. Or the only smart way they would to keep
Victor
Laurie.
ends up in Utah. I'll be
I could see it happening too, bro. That's like the annoying part.
Yeah.
I could
Dude, if he
definitely
goes to
see it.
OKC or Utah, I'm just gonna quit, dog. Because
man.
with their draft capital, they could just get whatever they want.
I don't know if I could see him going to OKC, but who knows, bro?
Well, I mean, they'll both be in the lottery, so it's just about luck at that point. But Boston, to close it, I don't see. I would like them to look at Kelly Oubre. I would like them to look at Kelly Oubre or PJ Washington, personally.
Yeah.
I think those are two good names to watch out for.
Fuck yeah.
For Boston.
Pelicans look at Oubre too.
Pelicans should look at a lot because they were at one point third in the West, and now let me see the standings.
They lost like 5 in a row.
Oh, more than that, dude.
Zion's been out.
But they have won 2. They are on a 2-game winning streak. They lost 8 in a row.
8 in a row.
Yeah, and they are now 2-8 in their last 10.
Yeah.
But they're on a 2-game winning streak and beating, of course, the Lakers too, which was an impressive win. And then I forget who they beat last night, but they played somebody. I think it was New York. But they are now 9th, and obviously with the West being as close as it is, they're just as close to 13th as they are to 5th. So it's really a hodgepodge. Zion's been injured. Ingram's been injured. He's still resting on back-to-backs because of his toe. Pissed about that for fantasy. But I feel like they were going to be buyers, but because they're so unhealthy, you just can't.
You can't do
Especially next year. You can't afford to take a risk because next year, their salary cap book is nice right now, but next year that Zion extension kicks in.
Pistons should trade him Boyan for Herb Jones.
Dude, if they got
Yeah,
Herb Jones, I would love that trade.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah,
I would do that.
because we definitely.
I would
no
Trey
defense.
Murphy too.
Yeah.
Trey Murphy. If you can get
Murphy's
2 of those
nice.
young guys for Bojan,
Yeah.
slang that shit tomorrow because
Yeah.
I'll take Devontae Graham's bad contract. You
Facts.
give me those two young wings
Yeah.
to pair with Cade, Ivy, Duran.
What was the Pelicans starting lineup before?
Dude,
all the injuries?
I don't fucking know. They change it every day. Jose Alvarado starts sometimes. Sometimes it's Devontae Graham. Some CJ McCollum always. The only players that always start are McCollum, Ingram, Zion, and then usually Valanciunas. Yeah.
Valanciunas, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
they don't
swear.
really need anything but to get healthy. I feel like they got a nice little squad.
They do. They have a nice squad. They have a lot of low key. Again, Herb Jones. I like Trey Murphy a lot. I even like Marshall wing that they got
Yeah.
too. He's shown
Yeah.
some ability to get some buckets. Jose, I like too. Like they've hit with a lot
I
of
like
their
Jose
draft
a
picks.
lot. He's got that
Jackson
dog.
Hayes is kind of. I don't think he's a bust. I just think he just
Livers.
He doesn't
Jose
fit.
Livers.
I don't really like Jose that much.
Really?
You don't like
I
Jose?
feel like he's kind of gimmicky. He's shooting the ball a lot
You
better
think
this
he's
year.
what? Are you gonna say like the Pat Bev thing? Are you
Yeah,
gonna disrespect
a
him
little
like
bit,
that?
A little bit.
I don't see.
Spencer
It.
just hates guys that talk shit.
He's shooting. No, I don't. I don't think he's like great. Like
He
people
earned my
think he is.
respect going back and forth.
He is the
with CP3
king
last
of
year.
2K inbound steals. Like
Yeah.
he is what a
See,
2K
like-
inbound steal is in real life.
That's why
Like you know
people
that
like him
guys
so
that
much.
like
Yeah.
press and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they
He's like,
just get
oh,
the
he like
bullshit.
hides behind the defense and gets a steal.
He does.
Like, yeah, that shit's like cool.
Yeah, but it's like
good-
it
it's
gives you an
good.
extra
Yeah, what do
possession.
you
Like
mean?
it's not
That's good.
valuable.
It's gimmicky.
But it's like
been
going on
he's
year
been
2.
shooting the 3 a lot better this year though.
Yeah, I think he's fine. I think he's a good
bro.
player.
I think he's all right. Yeah, I don't like
He's a role
Jeez.
player.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's like the 7th best player on the championship team.
I mean, that's probably true.
I don't know.
That is that not? He's
That's
already
also-
like the
He's like
5th
your-
or 6th
he's
best.
That's
like
also
your-
like a
he's like your
wild,
third guard off the
that's
bench
like a wild,
on
like,
championship team.
Argument,
Yeah,
discussion
exactly.
to have like the
The
7th best. Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah.
That's what a 7th best man is.
Yeah.
It'd be a wild
That's what
debate.
he is. And he's already in New Orleans, like the 5th or 6th best player. Like
I
he's
would
in a fine situation.
No, I'd say he's like
I like him.
your third guard off the bench. So you
I
get,
mean,
like,
if you're trading him,
2
Detroit,
guards, a big,
Troy, do your
a
thing.
forward, and then him. So he's like the 10th best player on a championship team.
Could you maybe upgrade from Valanciunas if you're Pelicans? Like, who's even available?
Well, there was the rumor that they wanted to upgrade. They wanted to do Miles Turner.
Oh, that'd been nasty.
Miles with Zion, with Ingram.
That'd been nasty.
Yeah,
Miles Turner, fucking trade deadline god.
yeah. Trade deadline, God,
That's what
Got
That's
extended.
what Dallas should do.
he can't get traded.
Too late now.
That's what Dallas should do.
Yeah.
Just got extended.
Well, no, he actually, because of the loophole of the extension, he's actually still trade eligible. But Rick Carlisle's come out and said he's not being traded.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they want him.
But I feel like that's the time Indiana trades him. This whole time they've
Yeah.
been like, we're trading him.
Yeah.
And the 1 second they say we're keeping
He's
him,
not being
That's
traded.
when they. That's when
2
they
firsts
trade him.
for Miles Turner.
Would they give him like 60 something for 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. I think it was 80. No, 60. Right?
Yeah, like 64.
60. It was 30. Yeah, 30 per. But yeah,
The
I think
Clippers?
New Orleans chills right now.
Yeah,
The
me too.
Clippers. I don't want to spend a lot of time on them. Obviously, they offered for Kyrie Irving. I would have liked to see that. They've been tied to Fred VanVleet all before the Kyrie Irving was available, and now they're tied to him after that. I think that's a home run. I think that's one of those deals like book it. It's gonna happen. I'd be shocked if Fred VanVleet isn't a Clipper. The question is, what does that do for you? Like,
Not
you like
much.
that?
Not much. I mean, it depends. Like, what
I can stay healthy.
from
I
like
it.
my perspective, everything we discussed, that I feel like they want way too much from Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
So I don't know the Clippers. Like, do they even have that to give away? Like,
Would they
Clippers,
would have
yeah.
to give up like Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard and they have like one
I
or
heard
two
he's in the
future
market.
first. They can Luke Kennard, some more matching salary, and then like John Wall. So it'd be Luke Kennard, John Wall, and like a pick. But it'd be, keep in mind, it'd be a far out pick because they've given all of
you'd
their
have to
picks
give
to
up
OKC.
another pick if you're giving him John Wall too.
But while we're here with
Nobody wants John Wall.
yeah, nobody
with the
wants John Wall.
Clippers, I almost forgot this.
What?
I almost forgot this. This I was cooking up. I got here early today.
Oh yeah, you made like an 8-team trade.
It was actually only a 3-team trade. It was just a whole bunch of players. But if I'm the Clippers and his value is low, I'm sorry. I've been saying this for a lot of teams, but call on John Collins, man.
Yeah.
Like, this dude is like, he's actually good, and his trade value is just like nobody wants him.
Plummeting.
They literally told him, "Hey, go to your agent, find a trade for us because we can't find a trade for you."
Yeah,
So if I'm the Clippers,
that shit's funny as fuck.
That's-
I came
fucked.
up with this monster trade. So you're trading your 2 firsts, so you're completely mortgaging your future, which if you're the Clippers,
Already, you know.
you're already doing it though. Easy. You're the second highest payroll in history, in league history. You're the second highest payroll. Like, you're already all in.
Already, you know.
You're already all in. But you give up Luke Kennard, John Wall, Terrence Mann, your young player that's worth, like, he's basically worth a first. Good role player. Marcus Morris, who's been good for you, but obviously replaceable with all the wings you have, and Robert Covington, who's been a disappointment for you. So you give up all of that, and you get John Collins, Fred VanVleet, Otto Porter, Aaron Holiday, and Frank Kaminsky. Now you don't even have to include Otto Porter if you're Toronto, if you like him, but the value on him it seems like nobody wants him. So I threw him in there. But if you don't even need that $6 million, you could actually end up doing this trade and saving yourself a ton of money, and which is valuable when you're in the luxury tax. But you get John Collins and Fred VanVleet, two very good players, and really you're giving up 2 future firsts in a future that's already mortgaged, and you're giving up Terrence Mann and again Marcus Morris, senior, and you're giving up some rotation players, but you're upgrading, massive upgrades. John Collins can be your de facto 5 because they wanted Covington to be a 5, and he hasn't been able to be that good at the 5. They've even done it with
6'7". I don't know why they want him to be a 5.
Who, Collins?
Oh, Covington, you said.
Oh yeah, I know, and that's been the issue. So
yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. Like that's just not gonna work.
That's what they tried to do though. He tried to play Nick Batum at the 5.
That's fucking stupid too.
If you're the Clippers, you're not going to get better than that for Fred VanVleet. You're not going to get better than Terrence Mann in a first. Atlanta, you're not going to. Clearly, nobody's willing to give up a first for John Collins.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you do that, and again, it's a very valuable pick because your future is effed, but you're all in for a championship.
Did your grandma listen to this podcast?
No, she doesn't.
Effed.
She doesn't support me.
Damn. Fuck you, Grandma.
Fuck you, Grandma.
No, shout out my grandma. She actually, I love her. I love
the F out of her.
I love her to F.
No, I don't.
She's the effing best.
I actually don't post my podcast on my Facebook because that's the only social media she has, and that's
we were talking about cat AIDS the whole time.
Yeah, and she would 100% click on it.
Support.
Yeah, exactly. She would support me.
Let her click on it.
I don't want her to. I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with.
What happens if you blow up?
Chrissy,
She's
why
gonna
don't
see
you
you
talk
talking
about
about cat AIDS and
AIDS?
shit anyway. Yeah.
She's not gonna know if it's not on Facebook.
This
I could be the biggest celebrity in the world, but as long as I'm not on Facebook, she doesn't know I'm a celebrity.
That's fair.
I feel
Love
like
you, Nanny.
obviously John Collins would be a great addition to the Clippers, but I feel like that's one of those crackhead scenarios. I can't see that happening.
I mean, I could see them getting John Collins, but not
for
Chris's
that. Yeah,
fucking
that was
super
fucking.
trade.
Yeah, that was some wild shit. You're doing. Too
It
much
is.
there.
It is a all F it in trade, and I like that. I like it more than I like. I like it more than I like Fred VanVleet on the Clippers. I'll tell you that. I know they want a playmaking point guard, but I don't think he's a playmaking point guard. You could do a smaller scale of that and do a 3-team trade and go for John Collins and TJ McConnell.
They should trade for my 2K player.
Oh yeah, dude. But only if you're only Bagley comes with because the chemistry
Our
you
chemistry
just
is
can't separate
way,
that.
dude.
unmatched.
My 2K player is loyal to the soul. He's a Detroit Piston for life, bro.
Yeah, facts. When they were trying to trade me, I was like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
They tried trading you?
No, that's like the storyline in 2K.
Oh,
it's
shit.
It's like they try to trade you, and then you're just like, no, I want to be here, or I'm good, and you can leave.
Huh.
I actually don't know.
New 2K's trash as fuck.
The gameplay is fun, but the
Gameplay's
story.
fun. Story's
yeah.
fucking ass.
Yeah.
I don't get it because they got it right one year.
It's not
And
worse.
ever
It's
since,
not worse
bro,
than
it's
the
just
Spike
never
Lee
been.
one where you murder somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
You literally murder somebody in a 2K game, and I'm sitting there like,
Wait, is it you or your boy?
you do.
Yeah.
You talking
And
about
he's
Freak?
like, remember when you pushed that guy down the stairs and I took the fall for that? I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
Wait, is it the one with Freak?
Yeah, it's the one with, I think it's Freak or AI, one of those.
And then,
I don't
then he
know.
dies in the accident, your boy? He's driving your car? Or doesn't die, he gets in that car accident.
Is that the same one?
Nah, it might be a different one.
I don't know. But that shit was dark when I was like, remember when you pushed him down the stairs? I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, fuck, Spike.
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
how about these Sacramento Kangs? We was Kangs.
So wait, so y'all don't like that trade though?
No, Chris, that was some fucking.
That
you
was-
just- that
I
was
think
way
it's
too much,
actually
bro.
more realistic than people think.
You just wrote a
It's
trade in
not-
fucking cursive. I don't know. You're just
It's
doing
not,
too much.
it's not gonna happen because you don't trade 8 players at the deadline.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Fucking.
logically
What the F,
speaking,
dude?
All right, just
when
move
you-
on, bro. Yeah.
well, logically
What the
speaking, when you walk, when you walk
What the
through
F are
it,
you thinking?
when you look at what Toronto gets, you look at what
F and
Atlanta
R,
gets,
bro.
and you look at what the Clippers get, all three sides, I think, would say yes to that.
That is such a Chris fucking trade,
Actually-
too, bro. That shit.
Acting like an effing cousin.
That's what happens when you get here like 2 hours before the show and you're just dicking around
With
on the trade
fucking
machine.
18
But-
fucking trades.
I'm just saying, Clippers, call it in. Kings.
We
What do
was-
you do?
We was Kangs. I don't know, man. Are they trying to win? Are they trying to go in? Do they go after John
Get
Collins?
Cat.
I would like them as John
Ooh.
Collins
Yeah.
if they're if the price is only like a first and it's salary.
Price is wrong.
What's
bitch.
their starting five right now?
Sabonis, Fox, I believe Barnes and Murray both start.
Yep.
And then what? Herter? Herter starts or Malik? No, I think Herter starts. and
Herter
Monk
starts. Monk comes off the bench.
Yeah. Shows how
Um,
much Kings I watch.
We was Kangs.
you know what's crazy? If they would have made the move for Kyrie, that'd been fucking nuts. But
I think he
Fox
would have
is
just
killing
stopped the. I think he would have stopped the ball. Well,
he fucking commits.
Kyrie would have been a cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing them go after Collins.
Yeah, that's the only one that
Yeah.
makes sense. Like I threw Cat out there, but that's just too like unrealistic.
Give up like what Holmes.
Cat is something they could approach in the summer, but then Cat and Sabonis is your defensive front court. I mean, again, I guess you already said
Cat ain't
F.
horrible.
I guess you already said F defense when you have the teams you want.
After that D.
Defense.
Frick defense.
Frick defense. But yeah, I think
I feel bad because they're
smartest move
finally
for
in a
them-
spot where they could like make a you know what I'm saying move like that, but just, I
Yeah.
can't think of one that would make
What about
sense.
the OG Anunoby? He's the bell of the
Yeah,
ball.
That would be
The bell of
that
the
would be a
ball.
great move.
He's
for
the
them.
bell of the ball right now at the trade deadline.
That'd do. I'd move Harrison Barnes a couple picks for maybe.
I don't know. I go back and forth. I think OG's way too overvalued right now. I think he's
he's
a very
definitely
good
upgrade
player.
over Harrison Barnes for him though.
Yes, but do you upgrade 2 first?
No. Fuck no.
Let alone the 3 first they're
They
seeking.
would.
OG's
would.
way, OG's way,
Toronto wants 3 firsts for this guy.
OG's way
They're
just not doing it.
overvalued right now.
I'm not doing 2 firsts for the guy.
Yeah.
I'll do Barnes, a first,
And Holmes.
and salary, or maybe even throw in like
trade Barnes.
Terrence
Barnes
Davis.
absolute cheeks from him. Oh,
No.
oh.
But just
Never
OG's
mind,
a
never mind.
clear upgrade. Yeah,
I'm sorry. We're talking about fucking Toronto, and I got my Barnes mixed up.
You thinking of Matt Barnes?
Scotty.
Oh.
That's what I was like. What the fuck?
no.
Yeah, no.
Toronto's selling everything but Pascal and Scotty. They're going to try to rebuild around that, and they might even decide in the summer to just trade Pascal and get that over.
What other
with.
wings? Maybe they could finally cash in on the Jeremy Grant rumors.
I don't hate that. Again,
Especially 'cause he's not
but
signing
it would,
right now.
It would
They're gonna have some
rely on
bread
it would
summer.
rely on Portland committing to that, and I don't know if they will.
I don't think they-
Man, I just feel so bad for Dame. Just fucking.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck to do. For
Listen, man, the Kings are having a hell of a season. If you can find an upgrade on the margins, go for it. But I've been trying to be creative, and I can't really see what they.
Yeah.
What do they really
We
need?
know you
Like
get
a
creative
defensive center?
in trades,
Yeah.
Don't worry.
A defensive center? Who's a defensive center that's realistically on the market?
I mean, they already got
They
one.
could repair Sabonis and Miles
about-
Turner.
What about calling the Pistons and Nerlens Noel?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, that would make
Nerlens
sense.
Noel for Harrison Barnes.
That would make. A ton
Or
of
I would
sense.
call, or again, if you're committed to this like big man passer thing, call Mason Plumlee. I know Charlotte's
That makes sense too.
trying to get
I
rid
could see
of.
him being a king.
Those are the 2 names that really pop into
Mason
mind.
Plumlee was not a Kang.
But he makes sense. Then.
He was Kangs.
Makes sense.
They should take Nerlens Noel.
I remember really
He's a
liking
king.
That
Mason
makes- that
Plumlee
makes
when he
perfect
was on
sense,
the-
honestly.
Happy February.
Noel.
We was Kangs.
Oh shit. Yeah, go ahead. Mock my fucking month, Spencer.
The disrespect. The Grizzlies. They have the assets. They can make any trade, big or small. What's a trade? Like, what do you do if you're?
I don't even fucking know what's going on with them right now. To be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I gotta
Maybe a
figure
wing.
something out.
Jaw stuff is kind of crazy.
I just hate Dylan
The
Brooks.
Josh stuff was wild. Maybe a wing. I mean,
Maybe they go after OG.
yeah, maybe
They're
an
the
OG candidate.
team that like people are like, okay, are you actually gonna
almost
balls
any
up and-
Yeah.
and
almost
do
anybody
the
makes
offer?
sense for them. Honestly,
Yeah. Because they're just good everywhere. So it's like, but like they could be great in any place. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially punch people in nuts like Dylan Brooks.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, OG's probably the one that I would do if I was them.
Yeah, OG's the one. I think that's
And
the
they
call
can-
they got to make.
Yeah, they can afford to make that sacrifice too, because like you said, they're kind of like on the cusp of
Yeah.
something. Maybe they're a weird team.
But I
though.
also think they could do a smaller trade, like for Beasley or Burks. Like, I think-
Add something. Add a little
punch off the bench. Yeah, I
Do they
wouldn't mind
need a
that.
Beasley or Burks though? I mean, Beasley maybe. I know that Burks. They already got some shooters, you know.
Yeah, but I think they need one more. I think they need one more reliable shooter come playoff time.
Yeah, Burks would be a good addition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can't have too many shooters,
Yeah, exactly. Especially for the playoffs.
especially if you're John Morant. Pun intended.
Do you think then that's the question with the Grizzlies. So do you go for OG right now, or do you wait and just try to play your cards for another star or whatever?
I'd go for
in
OG
the
right
future?
now. You never know what's going to happen. You got a good
Exactly.
young core. Go for it now.
And I hate to sound like a broken record again, but as good as the Grizzlies' war chest is, unless they're offering one of their big three, I don't see them beating
No.
the next star.
Somebody to buy out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them
They
outbidding.
can't beat fucking Utah or OKC
Yeah,
or
no.
Boston even.
It's just scary, man.
Yeah.
It's just scary all the shit they have.
Yeah. They're just sitting back there like, yes.
Yeah,
Wait until superstars get unhappy. I'll
exactly.
take them all.
The Nuggets,
Nuggets don't need anything.
No, I don't need shit.
they want to upgrade.
Maybe some defense.
They want to upgrade Bones Highland for some defense.
Yeah, maybe some.
Maybe they go
defense.
for Thibault.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
make sense.
just all he has
Or
to do is
OG.
cut. All he has to do is cut, and Jokic will find him.
Can you
They're
see what they got
As far as picks,
yeah.
that's the team.
That's a team
I
that I
want
would-
them to go for OG.
Yeah,
But
that would
I
I would
just-
for sure pull a trigger.
If
on
I
OG
could
if were them.
choose what
Caruso.
team OG went on to, Caruso's untouchable.
Yeah.
Don't be so ignorant.
Bones Highland and 4 firsts for Alex
Who was
Caruso.
that? Oh, the Nuggets.
Yeah, so Denver, let's see what they're cooking up with. But yeah, they obviously we're all on the same page. They need like a defensive wing-ish player that can not be terrible on offense.
Bro, they have so much. Yeah, they should definitely.
Well, no, they can't trade these because they're protected. They have to wait for the stipulate. That's what it is. Yeah, I looked at them earlier. So once
Oh,
this
damn, they're fucked
this
for
one
years.
pick conveys this year, which it will convey, so because it's lottery protected, but anything 15 through 30, it goes to Charlotte. Obviously, Denver's going to finish 15 through 30. So once that is conveyed, then they can trade all of these picks. But right now at the deadline, they can't.
Well, they had nothing to give away then.
Yeah. So they have no picks really.
That's
So
why I'll go for Thibault. You said they're trying to swap offense for defense. Give Bones Highland for Thibault.
That makes sense.
do you want that though if you're Philly? Because then that's 3 guards that don't play defense.
You
Like,
said they were trying to
it's-
switch it though.
They're looking for more like a 3-and-D wing. They're looking, but like I just don't see how they
Philly?
get that
Give 'em
because
Bruce Brown.
how can you like turn it? Here's a 1-dimensional player. Now give us a 2-dimensional player.
Yeah.
It's crazy
just
how
don't see
OG
how-
literally fits like all these scenarios.
He does, and
Literally
that's why
every single. That's why they
that's
want
why
3
his
first
price is
rounders.
so
and that's
Yeah,
why his
that-
price
yeah.
is so high. But
Yeah.
again, I just feel like you're just overpaying for that.
Yeah,
guy.
I
But
wouldn't trade for
personally.
OG.
Personally,
Yeah, I mean the only teams again that's probably maybe Memphis and because you're right there.
Memphis and
I'm
Denver
saying
are the
Memphis
2
and
teams.
Denver,
Yeah,
yeah.
that where it's like it is worth it.
yeah.
Denver should go all
But they
out
can't
for-
from looking at this.
Yeah, they can't.
They're
They
fucked.
can't really.
Even these later picks,
Yeah.
2025.
Well, that's because look, it says if not already.
if
So-
not.
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's
See, but they're still restricted.
Give them like a gentleman's
but-
bet.
but
Like,
after
I
this year-
promise I'll trade you 2 first-round picks next year.
Seriously though,
for real.
that's rough.
But-
Pistons got one of those situations too, don't they?
No, their draft sheet is fine.
We got one we owe.
They got it is
But
this,
ours
but
is
it's
gonna be
gonna
lottery.
it's gonna
Yeah.
convey it's gonna convey probably next year or the year after.
Yeah.
So
We're
it's
just
not
locked
really-
up till we can't fucking.
But
move
it
them
doesn't
bitches.
it doesn't extend that far. We could technically trade a 28 and 29 first if we wanted to right now.
Kevin Durant.
And this last team, no, we're not doing.
Yeah,
What?
Fuck the Lakers, dude.
Yeah,
the Lakers.
Yeah,
Lakers aren't doing
they
shit.
can't do anything.
They had nothing to give.
Yeah. I mean,
They got only
unless
unload Russ.
Chicago last minute, we talked about this on part 1. Unless
Levine.
Chicago last minute says, okay, we'll do it, we'll blow it up. Levine for Westbrook in the picks.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Kyrie was the only star. That was the home run.
They re-signed Levine in the off season, right?
Yeah. Levine's under contract for a few
Then
years.
I would do that because you have him under contract at least. Like if you're gonna mortgage your future, at least you got
Exactly.
Levine for a while.
Yeah.
You're not going to do
even
it
if
for
even if you're not
DeRozan.
winning with them at that point, LeBron leaves. You got a star. You know?
Fuck no, you're
Yep.
not doing it for DeRozan.
No, fuck no.
And that's why that
need somebody to shoot the three.
That's why that Lakers thing hurt so hard, because for the Lakers, I said this all year, like when they were first this summer, they were floating the trade Russ and the 2 firsts for this and that. And I said, hold till the deadline, because last deadline we did not think James Harden was going to be available.
Yeah.
He ended up getting dealt. A star could change at any moment.
Stars born.
And it was Kyrie. And I was like,
Joe
do
said,
it.
fuck you guys.
Yeah. And Joe Tsai said trade to anybody but the Lakers.
Today,
Yeah. And
I think he
They
should have
didn't
took
get
the
him.
Suns trade. The Suns, what was rumored the Suns were giving up. I'm gonna go look at that again.
Suns have
actually.
also denied that was true, but I also don't know that it was that denial is accurate.
I
Chris
also.
Broussard sources.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not true.
I made it up.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
fuck
just I don't think the Lakers can really make that move.
Yeah.
Now they're playing the summer game and they're trying to see what they can get in the summer.
them. Man,
They can't get anything at the deadline. They're cooked.
I get.
There is no Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. Like there is no two even like really good players available.
I was like I called
And
LeBron.
even then you're not making that work.
No.
Especially if Denver or Memphis get OG.
LeBron's about to break the record, and then he should just shut it down for the rest of the year.
I feel like I get in the beginning of the pod, I call him like the biggest bitch like outside, whatever. But like this shit is embarrassing. This whole Lakers experience is like mad fucking embarrassing.
You gotta chill.
Yeah. It's just all
Mad
these.
effing
Mickey
embarrassing.
Mouse chip.
Again, it's the Brooklyn Nets of the West, right? Like it's every trade you made, you like took an L, and it just built and built and built
The
and
Russ
snowballed
shit
to
just made
this.
no fucking sense.
The Russ one
That's your
did.
boy.
And that's where I like lose the sympathy. It's like what the fuck did you? There was just no way in hell that was ever going to work.
I didn't think it was going to be this bad, though. If I'm being honest,
I knew it would be this bad.
I didn't think it was going to be this.
This
bad,
is
but
the fit conversation I always have
Yeah.
when we bring up like the other situation I want to talk about right now. But
yeah,
fits matter, bro.
they do. Fits do matter.
That's why I got
Buyout market. Let's close out with this because I don't think unless we can go around the room, unless you guys have one spicy trade you think will happen. I think it's gonna be John Collins to Houston. That's my pick.
What?
I like OG to Memphis. Honestly.
Why to Houston?
Houston's been linked to them. They're a young team, and I think they really believe that they're going to
Bringing
sign.
another
Got
level-headed
Sengun.
guy into that locker room.
I also think they're gonna sign James Harden this summer.
Houston?
Yes,
Why?
there's been reports that Harden wants to play in Houston again, and Houston owns their doesn't own their draft pick, so it's in their best interest to be good as soon as possible, aka next year.
That'd be sick. With Sengun, with Jabari, I don't get why they're interested in Collins.
Dude, I already forgot about Jabari. That rookie season's going bad.
Trash.
Are you ready to like?
Say he's a bust?
Yeah.
Not yet.
No.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
yet.
not either. I'm not
He
either.
can't
But,
shoot.
but
He can't fucking shoot.
I'm looking
he
at
doesn't
it
play
like,
out of the post. Like
yeah,
that shit's embarrassing.
it's looking
When I
tough.
see him
When-
just never step foot in the paint, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
When they were stroking him last year during the draft, I was like, it's kind of like a glorified Rashard Lewis. And I was like, I don't really see that as like a top 3 pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really just don't.
yeah, that was
Does
crazy.
he look good defensively?
All right. Not great.
Yeah, looks like he's there.
Also,
but also
dude,
he's young.
Houston's toxic too.
Yeah, Houston's
That's what-
toxic.
If he got drafted somewhere with like a facilitator, like he'd probably look a lot better.
Yes.
I agree. Easy. You got a spicy trade? You said OG,
That's
Uh,
OG.
or you said OG?
Yeah, he said
Where?
OG to Memphis.
Memphis.
Yeah, or I don't really got nothing spicy. I didn't do
Yeah.
homework. I apologize. Nothing I can think of too spicy.
You're
Fred
good.
Van Fleet to Orlando.
You're good. You
for
just don't
all
respect.
Their,
You
for
just
all
don't
their
respect me.
guards.
Correct.
For what?
To Orlando for all their guards. For fucking Cole Anthony, Markel Fultz.
Well, yeah. There's rumors that Orlando wants to sign him in the summer.
Yeah.
So is
I don't
Toronto
fuck- I
just
don't
blowing
understand
shit up, or like what? Like
Yeah. They know they're not going to win.
I don't think they're blowing it up all the way right now, but they're trading Van Fleet and and maybe Gary Trent.
yeah.
They're trading those players that they can trade now, and then they're trying to probably trade Pascal in the summer, maybe, or commit to rebuilding around him. So that would be the only other option
I feel it.
for the buyout market, though, because that's always my like low key favorite part of the trade deadline is who then gets bought out and who gets to go to a team for like the free.
mm-hmm.
The names I've come up with, and you guys can add any if you want, but Mason Plumlee,
Yeah.
Eric Gordon,
Yeah.
Gary Harris,
Yes.
Terrence Ross, Mike Conley. I don't know because he's the last year of his
Yeah,
contract.
they're
but
not buying out Conley.
Fuck no.
why don't teams do that though? like I know isn't it like the
So
same
much
thing
money,
as
bro.
like but isn't it the same thing essentially as a $2 million buyout? Like it's just more money, but it's the same principle. Like
It's a
you're
lot
getting
more money.
Yeah, but it's the same
Getting
principle.
it off the books.
Yeah, you're getting it off the books like at the same time. It's the same.
The answer is money. It's a lot more money.
The ones that I care
It's a lot
about,
of
the ones
fucking,
that I
like,
care about, the
dick
ones
to
that I think
swallow.
actual contenders will care about are Terrence Ross, Mason Plumlee, and Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
Terrence Ross, Mason Plumlee, Eric Gordon.
Maybe Gary Harris goes back to Denver.
Maybe. I don't.
Eric Gordon. I can see.
Eric Gordon
is
is
going to go to a contender. for
Eric
sure.
Gordon in Denver would be nice because I think he's a
Plumlee
little
and the
under.
I
Kings.
can see Terrence Ross going to Milwaukee.
Plumlee the Kings.
Plumlee to Kings. I like that.
Or
I do
Milwaukee.
like that a lot. Noel, I think. Do you think the Pistons buy out Noel?
I think they trade him.
Yeah, I think they're gonna buy him out.
Do you think they? Yeah, you think they?
I
get
think he
a
would have been
trade
moved by
partner
now.
for
You
him?
know.
Yeah.
Kind of upsetting they haven't traded him.
I think it actually makes the Dallas thing more like. But
Ooh, well, he was already in Dallas though.
yeah, I mean,
But I mean, he
you
won't
can,
go
you can
back.
go back there.
Yeah.
You can go back there. But also, wait, I do have to check the picks now because I believe that those were the last 2 second picks they could trade. Second round picks they could trade.
Ooh,
Dallas.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he's getting bought out then.
Yeah. He's getting bought out.
Peace out, Nerlens.
Yeah.
yeah.
Glad you played no games.
Nerlens Noel's probably
Played
getting
one.
bought out. Yeah, Mason Plumlee to Kings. I like that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We was Kings.
Eric Gordon. I could see him going to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be an interesting trade deadline.
I'm excited to see what goes on.
We'll be live actually. Well, I'll be live on
Yeah,
the
Chris
on
going
the
live
Woodward
on
Heavyweights
the Heavy
YouTube
channel,
from
yeah.
2 to 3.
Hell yeah.
Final hour of the trade deadline, and I'll just be in Studio B. I'll have an open mic. You guys can all drop in whenever. Just drop in for a few minutes.
Hit up
bullshit.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I did hit up Jeff. Jeff said he's down,
Bet.
but we'll see if he's capping or not. Maybe
Jeff's
Jeff.
solid.
He is a capaholic.
Is he?
Is he?
Yeah, I said Jeff solid.
Yeah, just my guy.
Just
But yeah, if he's around, he'll pop in. I hit up Kool-Aid as well. I hit up everybody. It's gonna be an open door thing. You know, whoever from the network wants to pop in,
Yeah.
pop in. I'll be again live on the
Pop
YouTube Heavyweights channel, the OG channel,
Woodward
OG
Heavyweights
the
YouTube
OG
channel. Type it in.
So all of you Woodward people that support the Heavyweights, all of the OGs, go tap in there. You'll catch me live, and I'll be interacting with everybody and just kind of just following the reports, seeing what happens, breaking it down live, and that'll be it for the trade deadline.
Hell yeah.
And then it'll be playoff push time. I'm excited, man, because right after this,
I'm excited for
comes
playoffs.
I'm
Yep.
excited too.
Right
That's
after
what I'm
this,
excited
like,
for.
The time from here, like past the trade deadline to playoffs, flies. Unless you're a Detroit Piston fan and like it's like March and
It
April,
drags on,
and you're,
yeah.
I'm excited for playoffs too because there's so many more like new teams. I feel like they like, actually have
there's new
opportunities
teams,
to win.
Yeah.
and it's such
Not
a
gonna be
level
the
playing
It's not
ground.
going to be the fucking LeBron and Steph show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no offense, they're great, but it's just more
Denver's got
a little bit more
chance.
exciting
I
when you
really
don't know what
think
the
Denver's-
Finals
going on?
pick right now, real quick. Right now,
Pull up the.
Boston, Denver.
Boston, Denver. I like that.
I'm gonna look at the West real quick.
Oh damn, I did just exit out of the standings.
Oh shit.
NBA
Is this it?
NBA standings. Here we go.
Let me see the West.
Well,
Popping.
I'm actually stealing that one. I think it's Denver and Boston. I've said that all year.
Let me see the West.
The West is right here.
West.
Because honestly, if I'm being real, the only two teams I really trust making out the West this year are Denver and Memphis. Everybody else is like
Dallas?
even with each other.
Dallas could go crazy.
No one likes Phoenix
I don't
anymore.
think so.
No, they're washed.
No, hell no. I didn't like them the second they got
CP3's
clapped.
CP3's getting cooked this year.
Yeah, it's bad. Like he's getting a lot of 2-point games.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. He just got a 2-point game the other night, but he did have 14 assists to be fair.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And but it was against the Pistons.
I don't want to pick Denver, but yeah, I guess Dallas or Denver, Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denver or Memphis, I think, are the two favorites in the West. I don't trust the Clippers. I don't trust the Kings. I don't trust the Suns. I don't trust the Mavs.
If the Pelicans got healthy,
The Warriors definitely got the talent, but Steph just got another injury. It
Yeah.
just seems like it's not their
Just
year.
got hurt again.
It seems like it's not their year.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that will do it for part 2 of the trade deadline. Once again,
Pelicans
thank
get
you all
healthy,
for
they'll make it
tuning in.
interesting.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Pelicans get healthy. Thank you, Spencer and Easy of the Woodward Heavyweights. our show. You can catch us all 3 live every day, Monday through Friday.
Every effing day, dude.
Every effing freaking day, dude.
Every effing day, dude.
Every freaking day, man.
My shoes and ties will drive me crazy.
We do our
Strictly
thing.
Hoop talk.
But 5 to 7. Thank you, Spencer, for queuing us out. A little too early with the music, but don't worry, I'll do some editing magic.
Stupid.
I'll get it right.
Hey, have you guys ever heard of CBD deodorant?
Okay,
Peace.